you to live your highest and truest self. And our whole mission and purpose is to make sure you get on the right path to taking your life to the next level, whatever that means for you. So I'm always happy and grateful when people show up and when people participate in our Inspiration in 30. I know as time winds down and it gets closer to the holidays, most of you are doing last minute shopping. Most of you are trying to get, things prepared and ready for the holiday, for the new year. But I thank you guys for always taking the time out to join. I do have a couple of announcements. We are going to ramp up our Students Without Mothers campaign. We want to be able to reach our goal of 5,000. We want you guys to know how important it is for the students that we have with Students Without Mothers at this particular time, especially around the holiday time where they're missing their moms and they really, you know, uh, most of them have really nowhere to live or go. They live in with aunts, they live in with church members, they live in with other people. So what we do is we make sure that we give them the opportunity to go to college and go to school. They're doing well in school, but they just lost their mother to incarceration or to death, and they're trying to figure things out. So most of them are in their grieving process. And, I'm a board member there, and I made a commitment to help not only raise money, but to give the support and stuff that they need to go through their matriculation in college. Because, as you guys know, I was a student without a mom. Hey, Tony, glad that you came and joined us. I was a student without a mom, and I lost my mom at 7. She died of AIDS. So I know what it's like to live with someone else, to, you know, um, hear things like, you're not my child, to go through things where, the real kids get a lot of stuff and you barely get whatever it is that you can get. Hey, Rudy. And what you want is you want to be able to feel like you're a part of something. And even though your family loves you, it's never like how your mom will love you. So we ask that you give. Go to studentwithoutmothers.org. I'm going to create a page for us where we can give and we can just present to them like we did with the Pink Week. But I'm going to see if I can get that done today. It's been so crazy though, y'all. Like trying to get everything done. I want to say thank you to all of you guys who came to the Business Model Innovation Masterclass yesterday. It was amazing. I got to find out about all of you guys' businesses, what you're doing, what you're trying to do, how you're trying to get yourself off the ground. And we really gave out some good tips and some good value. So I thank you for coming to that. We are going to have another Zoom meeting with everybody just to show you what we're doing for 2021. Because again, the whole purpose of this platform is not for you to just show up and get a Rhema word or a daily word and just be happy and go along your way. The whole purpose and the whole mission that God gave me was to make sure that if you are a person that comes to this platform, that you are finally in a position where you are working on your life and changing your life for the better through all the tools and resources that we have, right? And if you feel like I'm not the person to help you with that, then we'll help you go somewhere else, right? So, but I wanted to talk to you guys about something that has been on my mind for the whole week, and that is stop holding on to the lie. You guys know that I have my IT business, right? And it was so crazy. I went yesterday inside because I had to get there early for something, right? And I walk past, I do my rounds where I walk past to see if anybody need anything. And I walk past these two ladies who I love very much. And they was just talking about life and things like that. And so then I went somewhere else and then I came back. And one of the things that I overheard them say is, We have to be able to control our energy. We have to be able to give up the lie that we carry around with us. And of course, that made me stop, right? Because I was saying to myself, what's going on here? What are you guys talking about? And one of the things that we were talking about that I want everybody to hear is that all that negative self-talk that we talk about to ourselves every day, where we are saying we're not good enough, we don't have enough money, we don't have this. Those are the ants that we talked about that we run through our mind every day unconsciously. But the biggest thing and the biggest lie that we hold on to, which is crazy that we talked about, is I don't deserve. I don't deserve. I can't let go. It's hard to move on. I can't forgive. I can't forget. And we tell ourselves these lies every day where we can let go and move on. One of the things that people tell me all the time, and I give you an example. You guys know I talk about my ex husband all the time and all the stuff, how intertwined our lives are still, very intertwined, even though we're not together. And a friend said to me yesterday, no, the other day, he said, I don't understand why you guys are so intertwined. Y'all might as well be together. And I'm like, no, we're not together. And then they said, Gloria, how can you let someone else in if you are still intertwined with this person? You have not let go. The lady said to me, you did not like the behaviors in your marriage, but you loved your husband. You just didn't like the behaviors, and the behaviors is the reason why you left, right? But you love the person. And that's the thing, you have to be able to love in a different way so that somebody else can come in, because you stopping yourself. You're telling yourself a lie and you believe in a lie saying, well, his parents passed and all this stuff, so he needs somebody there. I'm never going to forget what he did, or what we did to each other, but I am going to forgive, right? Where it's like, no, you're basically telling yourself a lie. And you're doing that for a couple of things. You're afraid to move on. You don't want to move on and don't want to let go. Or you like playing a victim. It's one of those three things. And I said to myself, I'm like, hold the hell up, right? Because again, for all of you guys who are new and been here, I get real on this platform. And the reason why I get real, because I want you to understand that everything that you go through, you are not alone. And also, we are all learning on this journey. But the things that we do is so unconscious, right? It's so unconscious, we don't even know that we're doing it. And until somebody shines a light on it and you're like, wait a minute. The reason why I'm settling for this type of relationship that I have now is because I'm afraid and I'm believing a lie that I can't get nobody else who's better. I'm not going to be able to find someone who will take a great interest, right? Well, how would you know that if you don't let go and stop believing the lie? Because it's not true. I'm never gonna, I'm looking for somebody, Gloria, and if they come, they come. If they don't, they don't, but I'm really focusing on me and focus on what I want to do with my life and how I want to go ahead and get myself together. But I just can't allow myself to be in a position that I was in before. Cool. We understand that, right? We all have our boundaries. But at the same time, when you are telling yourself a lie, saying to yourself, you know, the next person I get, I am not gonna let them do this, XYZ. You know, I I had that in my other marriage. I can't forgive him. I can't do this. I can't do that. It's like, no. And I hope you guys understand what I'm saying, right? We are telling ourselves things every day that's stopping us from love, that's stopping us from money, that's stopping us from confidence, that's stopping us from all these things because we are afraid that we will get attached to these things and that they will break our hearts and that we will be disappointed. So we come up with these stories in our head and we come up with these scenarios that we can stick to and we can believe that will keep us comfortable, right? We tell ourselves, I don't need a man to do anything for me. I can do everything myself because I'm a strong black woman and I'm a strong woman and I can do this. I ain't that strong. You know what I'm saying? I am not that strong. That is a lie. I do not have it all together. I would like somebody who would take out my trash. I would like somebody who would think about me and bring me flowers. I would like somebody to take me on a trip. I would like somebody to tell me that they are happy that they are with me. I don't need a lot of money. Whatever God has given me is okay. Obviously, he wanted me to have this, because this is my life and this is the way it is. That is a damn lie. Everybody here who knows the Bible knows that verse about, you know, uh, living abundantly and all that stuff that Jesus talk about, right? Y'all know I don't know the verse, but I know it's there, right? But we lie to ourselves because it's easier. Because if we do tell ourselves the truth, then we have to face who we really are, right? Then we have to look at ourselves and be like, damn, I am doing this. Let me tell y'all what I do. Let me tell y'all what I do. And I always think about this. I always think about this. Tony, I had the same thing. I'll tell you that story in a second, right? And that's a good point you brought up. I'm going to tell y'all the truth. I know these people be listening, but I just say it anyway. I don't care, right? Because it's my truth. When things get crazy for me and I get too stressed or I feel like I have a lot on me, like right now, well, there is so much to do. I got to close out one business. I got to prepare for another. I have to finish my book. I have to do all these things. I usually not run, but I go act out. I look for a place where I can go and hide for a while, right? I look for a place where I can go and hide for a while. Why? Because I want to ignore all this stuff and come back to it later, right? When I'm doing that, I'm doing all the stuff that I feel like I want to do. I want to hang out. I want to party. I want to do my edibles. I want to dance. I want to do all this stuff, right? And the lie that I tell myself is, you know what, Gloria? You need a break. You need to go ahead and just, get away from this, right? You deserve to go and have some fun. Go out, go chill with somebody, call somebody up, go have fun for a little bit, then come back and do your work. You'll feel better. That's the lie that I tell myself, right? And then when I do come back, there's more things to handle. I feel like shit because I done did all this stuff for like the whole weekend or a couple of days. And then here I am trying to recover to go back to doing what it is that I want to do or that I have to do. And then I say to myself, Gloria, why do you keep doing this? What are you afraid to face? What is it that is stopping you from having why do you have this kind of behavior? And the biggest thing, y'all, which is the reason why I don't want anybody to feel bad about anything that they do. The biggest thing is you know better, but you do it anyway because we tell ourselves the lie. You know, you can kind of tell what the outcome is going to be. And I know for me, I go out seeking the people and the things because I know that they are going to not tell me no, tell me to, go take your ass home, go do what you need to do. I go out seeking those people who I know will fall right into it. Does that make sense? And I know better. And I know better. But what is wrong? I'm believing that lie and saying, hey, you know what? When the going gets tough, sometimes you got to go hide, do what you need, and come back. Only because when I am faced with a lot of things that I have to do, I don't want to admit to myself that I get fearful. I don't want to admit to myself that I'm afraid. That sometimes I believe that I'm not good enough. You guys get what I'm saying? That sometimes I feel like I could do more. And I allow myself to go for that mediocre because you know why? I'm telling myself a lie. And I'm also telling myself, well, you know what? These people and things, this is not really you. This is just for a certain time. And then you could go back to regular life and be cool. No, honey, it is you. It is you. It is you. We got to learn to stop telling ourselves a lie about who we are, what we do, what we can accomplish, and face the music. You can forgive that person, you just don't want to. Because if you do, then you're saying to yourself, now I have to accept that the things that you've done to me was okay, which is a lie, which is not true. You have to face when you say, I can't do something, you have to face yourself and say, I am afraid to do it. It's not like I can't do it. I'm afraid to do it because I might do it wrong. And I don't want to be disappointed. I don't want to be hurt because you know what? My feelings mean everything to me. Inside here, the real me is so fragile that I have to lie to myself to keep myself sane so that I can function. Because if I allow myself to really look at who I am, I'm going to be disappointed because I have to say, damn, I'm afraid. There is no enemy out there. The enemy that we fight every day, that we was talking about yesterday, is right in here because you battling your real self. And I learned this. You battling and you holding back your real self because your real self is filled with so much love, so much compassion, so much forgiveness, so much joy, so much peace. But there's so many things that have challenged that have broken that have crumbled where you have to tell yourself a lie to keep yourself together because you don't want anything to bust down the walls because you feel that's where my vulnerability is and you can't have that. You can't have that. I'm not going to give that to you. Where it's not about them. You are not giving it to yourself. You are not giving it to yourself. You are not opening up yourself enough to know and to understand just how powerful you are because you keep lying to yourself to keep the facade up. That's some real shit, y'all, for real. It is. And everybody goes through it. Tony, to your point, another thing that I tell myself that I have a problem with, there was a man that I loved very much. I mean, he was everything that I wanted. Like I had, you know how you just, be like, man, I found somebody who has everything that I want. Even though they have their flaws, I could deal with that. Right? Social person, uh, very outgoing, everything, beautiful smile, everything. Uh, damn, I can't show y'all what he looked like because I don't know if his family, you know what I'm saying? But, in our private sessions, I'll show you what he looked like. Had a great relationship with his parents. His parents looked at me like I was their child. And that was the first time I ever felt I used to call them mom and dad, y'all. And remember, I couldn't even call my in-laws that. This is some real stuff I'm telling you. Right? He was an artist, he was a painter. And that was my only thing because he was a little bit older than me. I was in college at the time. And I struggled to get to college, y'all. Right? So while I was there, he still lived in New York. And I could not disappoint myself or my family and be like, I'm going to go ahead and be with an artist. That's what I was telling myself. As an artist, don't make any money, right? That's what I was telling myself. And he was a struggling artist, right? Everything I wanted, but I felt like he didn't have the resume, right? If I would have went that way instead of the way that I went uh, in school, who knows what life would be like? But I was fortune telling, thinking that the resume didn't match. So I didn't want to be with somebody like that. You guys get the message, right? But we was always friends, always, whatever, hanging out. And he moved to Spain because he said, Gloria, I'm going to be an artist. I'm going to do this. I'm going to prove everybody wrong. I'm going to go to Spain and I'm going to do it. So he moved out to Spain for like a year. He would send me emails, y'all. He would send me letters in the mail. He would call me. I mean, you thought that I was the best person in the world. Like everything, everything. The love was just so powerful, right? So he comes back from Spain. He calls me. At this time, I got engaged when he was in Spain to my now ex-husband. And so he was like, why don't you come up for Thanksgiving? Come to New York. I'm going to cook all this food, everything. And I kept prolonging, prolonging. And then I called maybe 2 days before Thanksgiving. And I said, I'm not coming. And I said, I'm not coming because I got engaged. And he went off. He was like, Gloria, you know I would have married you. Why would you do that? All this stuff like going off, right? And maybe 2, 3 months later, he got hit by 2 cars and he died. Coming out of a bar that he comes out of all the time, right? So his sister calls me and she says, Gloria, my brother's dead. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And she said, my brother's dead. He got hit by 2 cars. He's not here anymore. He didn't make it. Can you imagine what that felt like for me? But do you know, to this day, I still tell myself the lie that I don't know if I can find a man like that. And then think about it, y'all. All of you guys are women here, right? All of you guys are women here, been in relationships. How do you think that affected my marriage? Because I was already engaged to someone else. And the reason why I didn't say no, I said no to the other because they didn't have a resume that I wanted. You get what I'm saying? How do you think that they affected things going on? I don't know. Because I thought, well, he really didn't have the resume anyway. And I really didn't like the fact that, he was drinking the way he was drinking because he was intoxicated when he was coming out of the bar. And then boom, boom. Right. And so I rationalized in my head to not deal with the pain. And I told myself the lie. Well, maybe it wasn't meant to be. Maybe, I was right. If we did get together, I would have to deal with the drinking. If we did get together, I would have to, deal with the fact that he wasn't successful enough for me. Do you hear what I'm saying? All of that is fortune telling. All of that is lies. All of that stuff we tell ourselves right here is what's stopping us. We have to know and believe that in order for us to be able to receive something, we got to open ourselves up, not be attached. That's a different thing. Open ourselves up to it, but just not be attached to it. How do you do that? Create the space for you to have fun. Create the space for you to not judge yourself or other people. Allow yourself to just feel and be in the moment. It's okay. Allow yourself to open yourself up to new possibilities. And I'm talking to myself too. Allow yourself to see just what will happen if you said yes to something that you keep telling yourself you cannot have, do, be, want, anything. It is hard to do because we done trained our minds to hold up that guard. But we talked about it. We talked about the strongholds, right? We talked about those strongholds the other day. But what will life be like if we just explored and be open to different things and not tell ourselves a lie about it? What would it look like? I don't know. I said I'm going to try it, right? I said I'm going to try it because what I've been doing, I know y'all know I tell all my business, but I hope these people not listening. Look, so a friend of mine had a birthday party, and of course they wanted to introduce me to someone. So I go to the party. I see the person, nice looking guy, right? But check this out. Uh, my friend tells me that he had gastric bypass. He used to be a real big guy, but he had gastric bypass, and he's, his body is smaller, right? And I was like, oh, great, that's fine. But when I looked, you know how you got to wear, and don't laugh at me, y'all. I am growing. I'm growing right along with y'all. You know how you got to wear like the little man girdle or whatever to kind of keep everything in place. I was like, nah, I don't think I'm mature for that yet. I'm sorry. I can't do that. Nope, I can't do that. Because for me, in my head, I'm not looking at the person, right? I'm just saying I can't go through that right now. And he's like, it's only a man thing that I wear just to keep myself, together until I'm able to, get what I need. And I'm like, that's cool for somebody else. I'm not that mature yet. I was honest. I'm not that mature yet. I'm sorry. You know, I don't fit the bill. I wasn't open to it, right? He could have been the best person in the world for me, but I just couldn't do it. So I said to myself, Glow, you gotta do better. You gotta do better. We got to do better. We got to do better. And I'm telling you, it is possible, y'all. So, what I want us to do, I want us to start to be open to everything. Don't judge nothing. Please try to. Don't judge nothing. Be open to everything. And don't attach yourself to it. Just be detached. Stop telling yourself the lies in your head and allow things to happen and see where it takes you, because you never know. I never know. I probably missed out on a fantastic person, but in my head I was just like, can't do that. Nope. My body, no, no, you know, can do that. But you don't know. So that's my message for today, guys. Stop believing the lie you tell in your head. Be open. Try small things. Try small things first and see where that takes you. That's what I'm doing. I'm taking small things and see where it takes me. And don't be detached. And don't be attached to it. Just detach yourself from it and see where it goes. Right? I love y'all. If you appreciated this message, please like and share with your friends. Join our YouTube, join our mailing list. Go to imlovingme.net, sign up. We have a whole bunch of workshops, resources, everything. Support us, buy a t-shirt, support Students Without Mothers, um, whatever it is that you want to do, right? I love y'all, and I see y'all tomorrow. Thank you. I always thank you guys for listening. Um, I try to be as transparent as possible because I want you to understand and know that I know what you're going through. And even if it ain't something you're going through right now, I know you've been there, right? I know you've been there. And don't worry about the journey. Don't beat yourself up. Don't beat yourself up. That's the whole purpose of life, to walk through this journey and learn and fail and learn and fail. But that's what makes it blissful. Don't be so hard on yourself. When you let loose, you let go, you let God, and you allow, you start to experience so many things in your life. And that's what it's all about. Okay? So I love you guys. Gotta go. Bye.